Hey there mama, it's Christy, and today we're going to be doing the core connection breath. This is going to teach you how to connect your breath to your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, and your overall core abdomen area. Now, this is by far the most important tool that you're going to have in your pre and postnatal training toolbox. So this is something that I want you to practice every day, and I want you to implement it throughout your day-to-day life as well as your training, okay? So number one, why do we need to have a core connection breath? We need to make sure that our diaphragm, which is up here, it's our breathing muscle, and our pelvic floor down here, we need to make sure that they are working in tune with each other instead of opposites, which often happens during and after pregnancy. So when we take an inhale, our diaphragm should move down and our pelvic floor should move down just gently as well. On the exhale, our diaphragm comes up, forcing air out, and our pelvic floor should gently rise with our diaphragm. Now, it takes a lot of practice, and a lot of times this can feel different than what we are used to doing, but I promise you this is super important for being able to control the pressure in our abdomen, which is going to be key to helping avoid things like diastasis, or to heal our diastasis. You can't avoid diastasis, but to heal and rehab diastasis and prevent it from getting worse, to heal and rehab prolapse, as well as other pelvic floor dysfunctions such as incontinence, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to put one hand on your belly or on your ribs, or you can put one on each. And I want you to take a nice big deep breath in, and I want you to feel where you're breathing. Are you only breathing into your hand here? Are you allowing your ribs to come out to the side, which is what we want? Or are you just breathing up here, okay? So we want a combination of rib and belly when we're doing this exercise, okay? So I want you to take a nice big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take one more, and out. So we should be feeling the ribs and the belly move at the same time. Your ribs should flare out this way, and our belly should come out slightly. We should not be breathing up here into our chest, and we should not be feeling it just in our abdomen, okay? Now what we're going to do is we are going to implement the pelvic floor into the breath. The pelvic floor is a bowl of muscles that begins at the back of your pubic bone and comes all the way to the front, and it's like a little bowl of muscles. And just like any other muscle, this has to have some give to it. So on the inhale, we're going to imagine our pelvic floor relaxing, and on the inhale, we're going to think about drawing it up towards the diaphragm like a piston, okay? So, or like a suction cup. On the way down, we're pushing the air out. And on the way up, we're almost just drawing the pelvic floor up slightly, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to take an inhale, relax the pelvic floor, feel it come apart in your pelvis, and then on the exhale, feel that pelvic floor gently drawing up towards the center of your body, towards your belly button, and then repeat. Inhale, relax, exhale, draw it up. So we're not just doing a Kegel here where we're feeling like we're stopping the flow of our urine. What we want to do is when we're drawing the pelvic floor up, we're imagining it coming from the back, middle, front, and upwards, okay? So it's not just, a lot of times we just squeeze at the front of the vagina and we forget about the anus and the perineum, which are also part of the pelvic floor. We have to be lifting from the front to the back and drawing it up towards the center of our body. So let's do a couple breaths. Inhale. Relax the pelvic floor, exhale, back, front, in together, and relax. Inhale, exhale, back, front, in together. So every time you draw that in, you should feel yourself also sit up nice and tall. That's because this should draw the multifidus muscles, which are your spine stabilizers, upwards and make you sit nice and tall. Inhale, relax. Exhale, back, front, in together. Now this might seem really confusing for many of you at the beginning, so I want you to take some time to practice. You can practice it in a sitting position. You can lay down. Again, putting one hand on a rib, one hand on the belly. Inhale, exhale, back, front, in together. Inhale, relax. Exhale, back, front, in together, okay? You can also do it lying on your side. Again, hand on your ribs, or on your belly. Inhale, exhale, back, front, in together, and relax. The relax on the inhale is as important, if not more important, than the actual exhale and drawing upward of the pelvic floor. When we drop our pelvic floor and incorporate it into our core breath, it's adding that extra layer of muscles and strength and stabilizing our core that much more, so that when we are carrying, pushing, lifting, moving in our day-to-day lives, we have a lot more stability and strength to do it for. If you like to be in child's pose, you can also go into child's pose. So if you're pregnant, you can put your feet together, knees out nice and wide, and drop the head to your hands, and you can do your breath here. Inhale, relax. Exhale, back, front, in together. And you'll notice that in every different position that you're in, you'll feel the pelvic floor and core work just a little bit different every single time. So I recommend that you try it in a bunch of different positions and see what feels the most comfortable to you, but then also practice the ones that aren't maybe as comfortable, just so that your pelvic floor and your core get used to working with each other in all different forms. So if you have any questions, make sure that you let us know in the free Facebook group, and I'll talk to you later.